My Nana Burl, which is my mother's mother, also she also was a beautiful woman. She grew up on the north side of Chicago, in Humboldt Park and then Albany Park. In fact, when they used to do beauty pageants, she was Miss Albany Park. I love hearing her tell that story. But one of the interesting things there, she had such a love affair with my Papa Sam Briskman. And they had 3 wonderful children. But my Nana Burl contracted polio in 1952. And now that I think back on how she described it when I would ask her, she said, it just reminds me a lot of today, a lot of COVID. She said that nobody went out of their house. Everybody was afraid. Everyone was scared. They didn't know how they were going to, contract this virus. They just wanted to kind of wait it out. It was interesting, some of the parallels that I hadn't thought about at all until I started thinking about kind of this discussion. But having polio, I mean, you couldn't. So luckily, she had it in both legs, and actually it left one leg, and she only ended up having it in one leg, which she called her bum leg. So she still raised her 3 children. She was an incredibly strong woman and did not let this very debilitating disease hold her back. And as a child growing up and knowing my Nana Burl, we didn't even think anything of it. I mean, she had a brace on her leg. She had a cart. Picture like a restaurant where they bring a cart out with all the desserts. That's what she had all the time. That's how she got around. She pushed her cart around. So we always knew when she was coming down the hall or where she was. But when my Papa Sam passed away in the mid-70s, that was another point in her life that, now she's on her own, this woman with this disability. But again, that didn't hold her back. I mean, really her devotion to family and everything surrounding that. I mean, she basically had half her wardrobe in her car. She spent at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 days a week at our house, some at my aunt's house. And we just grew up with Nana Burl always around. Everything she did for us. She didn't complain. She just did. Just her love and devotion to her family, I think, definitely resonated upon me as well. So, really when I think back at the 2 of them, I do see characteristics that have kind of shaped my life and make me think of how I want to live my life. I do consider myself a very independent, strong, and determined person, like my Nana Eunice. But the focus on family and tradition and being there for kind of a cornerstone for all of our family members is also something that's really important to me. So it makes, I'm really glad that you kind of asked me to think about this a little bit, because it really made me kind of bring up some fond memories and made me think of who I am, who I'd like to be, who I try to emulate today.